This is an instant. I'm making this like instant oatmeal. Like, I gotta put the and boil it. Let's try this again. Woo. Another warm day today, which is exactly why I wore a black shirt. Smart. I've kind of been waiting for this day to happen. Thought it would be coming, and that is the day that I gain weight instead of lose weight. So I just wanted to talk a little today about, why I think that might have happened first of all, and then what do I do about it? The fact that I weigh myself every day, and how do I cope with that and not let it derail me off my weight loss journey. Honestly, that's the reason I didn't celebrate yesterday when I saw 179 on the scale, because I know things like this can happen, and today I jumped above 180. I'm gonna wait until several pounds and several days under the 180 mark before I'll consider myself in the 170s. So why do I think my weight actually went up today? I think it's probably a combination of several things. First, over this past weekend, my stomach was off a little bit, and even Monday or Tuesday, I think it was just Monday, my stomach was off, and I didn't really feel like eating all my meals, and some meals I talked about this yesterday, I forgot to eat. On top of that, I was pretty active. I was doing long walks, I've lifted weights. So you combine all that, and I think that my body was kind of like over depleted in a sense. And I took those days where I had bigger than normal weight losses, and I wasn't really celebrating them like you think I might, because I know this kind of thing happens. So I look at today as almost like a correction. My body may be correcting the over depletion that I put it through over the past maybe 3 or 4 days. It could also be partly what I was talking about yesterday with leg day. Your legs are the biggest muscles in your body, and when you start working them, water gets pushed into them, and being the biggest muscles in your body, I think you can kind of expect some weight gain from water retention. So that could be it. Typically for me, like I said, it's 2 days after I do legs. It's been over a month since I've lifted, so maybe I'm feeling it right away. But that also kind of leads into, like, how do I cope with it, and how do I not let it derail me? And it's kind of like what I was just saying, is that the big weight losses that I had, I don't really celebrate them as huge victories. I know that they're bigger losses than normal, and there could very well be a correction coming. So I also know that as long as I stick to my plan and I put myself on a calorie deficit, and I'm honest with what I'm eating, and I'm tracking everything that I'm doing, the science works. So the scale may show something different. Again, could be water weight, could be you had more salty foods one day, you ate later in the evening and the food is still going through your system. Could be a lot of things. What shows on the scale, it's not all fat loss, but I trust in the science. Don't think it's ever been disproven. So as long as I stick to my plan day in and day out, I'll continue to see weight loss. About a half hour into my walk, so I'm going to turn around here. I mentioned that my Fitbit Ionic stopped working the other day, and I think I also said it's less than a year that I had owned it, but it's not. It's actually a little over a year, so it's out of warranty. And I think the most that Fitbit would do is give me 40% off the purchase of a new one. So I went to the website, and I mean, I really do like the Fitbit, so I was comparing some of the models, and there's one called the Inspire HR, which I think does everything that I really use the Fitbit for. I really wasn't using the Ionic for like its best features. I liked the fact that it had GPS built in. That was good. But the phone, you know, like seeing your messages and the music feature, I really wasn't even using those. So the Inspire HR seems to do everything that I want it for. I would just use, what it does is it uses your phone as the GPS instead of having GPS built in. But it still does the great sleep tracking. It gives you your sleep stages, your REM sleep, your deep sleep, and light sleep, which is what I really want. And you can stop and start your exercises right from the band. So that might be the one I go for. I think it's $100, which I really don't think is too bad. Oh my. Could you imagine living with that? I don't always weigh out all of my food, but chips are a little different story because I feel like I can easily go over the serving size. This says 28 grams, about 11 chips. But if the chips are all like broken up inside, then how do you actually count out 11? It's very easy to go over. So I'm going to see how much 28 grams is. $18, couple more, $25, $29, close enough.